products are you planning on releasing for offline humans? What are some upcoming trips you are waiting to do? You guys have seen me struggle. Somebody did ask this, okay? You and Dennis have sex every day. Well then, I'm like, okay, that's how we're starting. Hello you guys, and welcome to a Get Ready With Me in Colombia. Okay, look. Check it out. I'm drinking my Offline Humans ritual tea. This one has passion fruit, orange, pineapple, deliciousness. And I just want to say thank you guys so much, because honestly, I update you guys so much on Instagram and TikTok, but I feel like that's why I love these Get Ready With Me chats, because they're the longer version of just like catching up with everything that's happening in a week. So I hope this feels like a little FaceTime together. Let me give you the rundown on the situation. I asked you guys on Instagram to ask me a bunch of questions. I have them all here. It's kind of been a hectic week. I'm not gonna lie. I've been really tired from just like traveling. I think for me, it's just getting situated in a new place and making sure I could still work and do all my stuff, you know? So for those of you who I haven't updated on you, we ended up releasing our very first product ever, our ritual tea by Offline Humans, my new brand. It sold out and I am so grateful. I'm so grateful because honestly, I remember telling Dennis, I was like, this feels like a risk, because I really wanted to launch with the journal, but instead we ended up launching with the teas because the journal is still in process, which by the way, if you're interested in the journal, it is coming very soon. It is coming this year and we do have a wait list. So if you're interested, I will leave the link at the very top. Be one of the first to get notified. It's been pretty hectic. I feel like sometimes you see something online and it's like, oh, that's so cool, she's traveling and everything, but I didn't want to come on this trip. I have been so tired and just I feel like overworked as well. So let's just catch up, girl. As always with the questions, I will answer every single one from the very beginning. So if you're one of the first people to ask, your question is getting answered. Which leads me to the first question. Somebody did ask this, okay? You and Dennis have sex every day. Well then, I'm like, okay, that's how we're starting. Definitely not. And that's just that. I don't really feel like I need to get into my sex life, but I did ask you guys to ask me anything, so there's that. I don't think any couple, honestly, but if you do, that's you know? I remember watching The Real, and Adrian Bailon literally was like, handsome, if you could put up that clip, that'd be really hilarious. But I have sexy time with my man every day, and the girls are like, every day? Like what? Every single day? Like girl, that is tiring. So if that's you, that's you. If it's not you, that's not you. That's not us. Do you like when your fans text you on Offline Humans? I don't really understand this question because we don't really have a texting platform. So I'm assuming maybe it's like when you guys write to our customer service, then I would rather not get so many customer service questions, which we don't, which is really nice. But I do feel like as we start releasing more product, we will. So I guess like unless it's absolutely urgent. So I don't know if that's what you're referring to, but one thing I have really loved is whenever you guys order a tea, some of you have actually left us little notes on Shopify, which is so cute. And so we read those and they're just really adorable. And some of you were like, oh my god, I want your signature, and so we do that and it's really cute. We actually ended up getting someone from the podcast wanting like Sabina's signature, Jupiter's signature, and Dennis's signature. So yes, we always read those little notes in case you write it to us. And so maybe you can also put like just a visual of what that looks like. Have you tried the popular Korean skincare? I haven't, but I will say when I was in Japan, I purchased a ton of skincare from Japan. Like these two are Japanese. I gotta tell you, I've actually been getting a lot of compliments on my skin, which is really crazy because I don't really have great track record with my skin. So that's been really nice. And I also feel like I purchased some sheet masks, which I already used. I got back from Japan. Girl, I saw a difference. And I don't really believe in that stuff, like sheet masks. I'm like, they're all kind of the same. But I don't know. I did actually see a difference. So if there's any Korean skincare that you think I should try, let me know and I'll give it a go. Korea does seem like a really fun place to visit, but I just love Japan so much. I'll definitely be there again. What stresses you out the most? Oh girl, I'm so happy you asked. Trips like this where for me, I'm like very type A. I've mentioned this a lot, right? And whenever I have a lot of things to do, but I don't know how the day is gonna go down because I'm very like rigid. I love to schedule my time. I do this in the Best Me journal, schedule every moment of the day. I feel like whenever obviously you're traveling, you can't really do that as much because you're also trying to like enjoy and have vacation. For me, this really wasn't a vacation. For me, this was more like, I don't even know how to explain it. Like for example, tomorrow we're going to Cartagena, which is really exciting. And I'm trying to decide, am I going to take my work there or am I going to just like relax? I have a deadline for a book that I'm currently writing. I've mentioned this a few times and I just like, it's getting hard. It's getting to the point where I'm like, I don't want to do this, but I know that's not really me speaking. You know what I mean? Like obviously I still want to do the book. It's just been really challenging, even being on vacation when you don't have your stuff or just like your environment. So that really stresses me out a lot. Travel also just stresses me out. I realized I'm not that much of a travel girl. Like I love the idea of traveling, but I don't actually love to travel. When is the perfect time to wake up. For me, what I try to do is I try to give myself 2 hours at minimum before I have to do any type of work related things, because I really take my morning routine very seriously, and I also feel like it balances me out. I'm not gonna lie to you, it is so hot in this room. I put the fan off just so that you guys couldn't like hear it. Yeah, so when is the perfect time to wake up? So that's how it is for me. What made you start a YouTube channel? Honestly, I grew up watching all the OGs, Michelle Phan, Dulce Candy, which I believe was J Loves Mac, or that's somebody else. I don't know. I grew up watching like all the girls, Bethany Moda. It was like my own creative outlet, to be honest. And I realized, guys, can I just show you something? I tore off my lashes. How? I have no idea. It just happened. I was always very gravitated towards creativity. I feel very full when I'm creating. It's always my dream, but I never really thought I would make it happen. But it is really cool once I kind of like look at the timeline of my life, which by the way, we just hit 10 years on YouTube. I didn't really do anything special or even like announce it. So maybe once I'm back, I'm gonna do like a little, I don't know, like a little cake or something celebratory, just like a walk down memory lane, because what a huge accomplishment to be doing this for so long. I've been really consistent. Like never in my life was I ever consistent with anything. I've always been the kind of person, I like to pick up hobbies and that's it. Like I pick it up and I have a lot of interest. I'm a very curious person, but as far as like consistency, it's always been really hard for me. And I think that's just part of my ADHD and just the way that my brain works. I always like new things. YouTube was something that I really stuck to, and it was really great. Like I'm so proud of myself, like even through college, having been posting as consistently as I was and on as many channels as I was. So I'm really proud of myself when I look back at everything. I think today's not a makeup day, which is okay. We have our days, and then we have our days where we just can't get it together. What is the most beautiful place you've visited? Ooh, beautiful. Not because I'm Colombian, but I do feel like there's a lot of cinematic places here, and there's a lot of nature. I'm very into nature, like rivers and mountains and just nature in general. There's a lot of beauty. So Colombia definitely has that in the bag. But if you're asking me like one of my favorite trips ever, it was definitely Japan, because I just feel like I never knew there was such a, I never knew a place could be so organized and so clean, you know, or have a culture of so much community. It's just so beautiful about Japan and Japanese people, and just like how much they care about following the rules, if you will. I know it doesn't sound so fun. Like even when I was telling my parents like everything here is so clean and like amazing, they almost saw it as like everything feels a bit too uptight and like why does everybody follow the rules. And to me it was really cool to just see that that is a possibility somewhere in this world. And like Japan is one of those places where even Dennis was like, if you ever wanted to travel by yourself, like you could come to Japan, because it's literally so safe. It feels so safe. Skincare routine. Girl, I really don't do much. I'll be honest. Skincare is one of those things, because you guys have seen me struggle. If you have, like throughout the years, I've had really bad acne. I've taken medication for it. I've gone off medication. It's come back. So it's been quite a journey. There's one thing I'm really careful with when it comes to like branded stuff is skincare, because I just, not that I don't believe in it, but if I'm not using it, I'm not promoting it. Point blank. Literally all I've been using, I just like wash my face with water. Sometimes a little bit of like cleansing soap, really light soap, whatever I have on hand. And I've been using this cream. That's one thing about me. I've realized fragrance really hurts me. I think that's non-fragrant, and then the sunscreen. And then that's it. I don't really do much else. I don't really worry about anything else. As far as like wrinkles goes, I don't know. I feel like my skin is aging quite well, but I also have noticed less like collagen and less hold. Something I definitely want to like kind of look into. But one thing I've also been doing is wash eyeing, you know? I'm just trying to like move the face a little, give it some exercise, especially the chin area. I don't know what's up with my lashes, but they're heavy and droopy, and I don't know, something's going on there. What are some upcoming trips you are waiting to do? Okay, well, I mean, Colombia was definitely one of them. I have been really wanting to go to Brazil, which is quite random, but I have a cousin that lives there and she works there, so she's not going to be there for so long. So she's like, girls, you have to come over. Like me and my other cousin Liza, she's like, we have to make a girls trip. Like, let's make it happen. I really don't know if that's going to be a thing though, because I need to just be home. Yeah. I just get really overwhelmed with traveling and with work and everything. So I like being in my own home. I like being with Jupiter. I like being with my family. I like my routine. Like I love my routine. I actually love my routine. I don't like it. I love it and I need it. So even being out here, Dennis and I are trying to like wake up at the same time. We're working out first thing. We're having like our breakfast. Like we're trying to do the typical thing. We're working. And then like in the afternoon, we're having our little outings and fun. And that just helps me. So Brazil is really fun. That one. My cousin's getting married in Italy, but I don't think we're going because that is just so soon, and we're releasing the product around that time, so it just doesn't feel right for us to kind of leave and pick up. I would actually love to spend a December in Colombia, so maybe that's happening next year. I'm gonna try to make that work with my parents. And then in January, I actually might be going to Colombia again, to Armenia. We're doing a lot of like, what do you call it, but like the place where we produce all of the fruits and stuff is in Armenia, which is where my parents are from, and so I wanted to like check it out, be there, shoot some content, all the good stuff. So yeah, Armenia is happening in January. Yeah, which seems kind of crazy. Who's your biggest inspiration in life? Very much into like the old souls. So like Martha Stewart, Oprah Winfrey, you know, those type of like old souls, which also I feel comes with a little bit of baggage because they each have, not Oprah so much, but there's a lot of like conspiracies about her. And my dad's constantly like, stop looking up to Oprah. And I'm like, okay. But like, there's the good and the bad, right? Obviously, I won't support someone who's doing terrible things, but those are just conspiracies, so I don't know. Entrepreneurial woman who just trailblazed, even someone like Sarah Blakely from Spanx. She just came out with a new brand for the most comfortable high heels in the world, which I have to test. I have to try it out. They're called Sneaks. So I'm excited about that because one thing on this trip, I've realized it's like, why are all women's shoes so uncomfortable? Literally. And the more high end, the taller they are, the worse. They just hurt so bad. So I'm like, do I have to be in sneakers my whole life? Like, I really like my heels. I like the idea of like sandals, but it's also uncomfortable. What other products are you planning on releasing for offline humans? Okay, so you guys already know, obviously the offline ritual tees are out. They're currently sold out, but they're gonna be restocked in September. The next product after this is the Best Me Journal. I'm very excited about this one because this is like a journal that really helps you not only like plan your entire life. If you've been wanting to get into journaling, but you don't really know how to do so, this is the one for you, and it makes it very simple while also helping you like design your dream life and how to become the best version of you and planning your weeks and your days, which I love. So it really is my go-to system. It's very simple and it's effective. And then after that, I have a lot of ideas. That's the thing. I mean, with offline humans, my biggest thing is I want it to be products that really elevate your life offline, that make your life offline better, to just disconnect. And so I'm hoping that these products bring you closer to like yourself and also to the world around us and not just be so connected online. I have a lot in store, a lot of cool stuff, but if there's anything that you'd love to see, I always love listening to you guys, so comment down below if there's literally anything. That would be really fun. Odd product that I haven't really talked to like Dennis and Salina about that I've been wanting to do, because I love pajamas. Like, I die hard for PJs, but like really elevated, really beautiful PJs, you know? I don't know, kind of like that bed rot, but like elevated. Just cute PJs that you can actually lounge around and feel really good in and also productive in. But I feel like clothing is a whole other animal that we probably won't dive into for a long time. But I feel like PJs would be like a dream product for me. Like really cute pajamas. Just a bunch of different stuff. So I'm sweating. I have no idea how long this video is. It might be a little bit shorter than I get ready with me. I need to get going. I think I'm not gonna do anything much to the hair. I'm actually leaving tomorrow for Cartagena, which is so exciting. So if you want updates on that, I'm gonna be posting a ton on my IG, of course, on TikTok, like just day-to-day stuff. So if you're interested, you could check that out. Of course, stay connected with us on Offline Humans, our IG. We're really excited. We're constantly pushing out really inspirational themes and quotes and just things to really help you disconnect a little bit, you know, and inspire you to disconnect. I'm sorry to keep this video so short and sweet, but I am actually burning in here. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want more Get Ready With Me, I'll probably do one in Cartagena and just kind of like wrap up most of the questions. And yeah, I'm just excited to, I don't know, maybe give myself a little bit of a break. I don't really know. This trip has been really interesting, and it's just kind of cool to let you in on like the current, you know, like what's really happening BTS, because I feel like whatever you see, what you see online, it looks so different, but sometimes on YouTube it's just more of like the reality, and I'm like, hey girl, this is how I'm feeling. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, subscribe if you haven't, and happy 10 years to us. 10 years already on YouTube, so that's really exciting. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.